十里花，整个人生如你的家，真个好美家，真个好美家，真个好美家。
你的星星闪闪发光，像个小太阳，闪着希望，晒着梦想，温暖着心房。星星照亮彷徨，放下编织成梦想。满天星光璀璨辉煌，幸福不打烊。为爱梦想，为爱飞翔，为爱而歌唱。影响坚强，创造天堂，用超级太阳。颂赞愿望，颂赞宝藏，颂赞着辉煌。生命密码传自亮，只剩最耀起的光。每一颗真心将会被点亮。真实幸福记号是我们共同的愿望。徜徉天地间，轻松在幸福的篇章。你的星星闪闪发光，像个小太阳，闪着希望，晒着梦想，温暖着心房。星星照亮彷徨，放下编织成梦想。满天星光璀璨辉煌，幸福不打烊。为爱梦想，为爱飞翔，为爱而歌唱。影响坚强，创造天堂，用超级太阳。颂赞愿望，颂赞宝藏，颂赞着辉煌。生命密码充满亮，只剩最耀起的光。每一颗真心将会被点亮。真实幸福记号是我们共同的信仰。徜徉天地间，轻松在幸福的篇章。生命密码充满亮，只剩最耀起的光。每一颗真心将会被点亮。真实幸福记号是我们共同的信仰。徜徉天地间，轻松在幸福的篇章。为幸福在一些地方，为爱坚强。心愿唤起，心中太阳，不怕风雨狂。为幸福而想，为梦想飞翔，颂在幸福不散。
Hello. All right, welcome everybody. Let's get seated down. It's 7:30 right now. We shall start our session for tonight. Right, let's make yourself comfortable. Grab your seat. All right. So first of all, welcome everybody to our classroom for our English session tonight. And before we start our session, we're going to first sing 3 songs together. So these 3 songs are all written and composed by our master Tetson. They are embedded with high positive energy, so I do encourage you to sing along. And the first song we're going to bring to you is The Prayer of Love.
Offering the prayer of love, wishing everybody well. Worry free till the end of time. More fortune than you need, mind and body never aged, filled with sweetness and joy, forever blessed till the end of time. World peace and bright sunshine, man and woman happy and free, abundance of virtue, blissful joy, love is found everywhere.
offering the prayer of love, wishing everybody well. Worry-free to the end of time. More fortune than you need. A mind and body never age, filled with sweetness and joy, forever blessed to the end of time. World peace and bright sunshine, man and woman happy and free, abundance of virtue, blissful joy, love is found everywhere. Indeed, with this love in our hands, embracing the love in our hearts, we always want to move forward. And let's sing the next songs together.
A voice in my heart helps me move forward. Life is no longer stranded. The world is grand. Life is in my hands. Love always helps me move forward. Always cultivate before time fades away. Time passes in the blink of an eye. We cannot go back.
A voice in my heart helps me move forward. Life is no longer stranded. The world is grand. Life is in my hands. Love always helps me move forward. Always cultivate before time fades away. Time passes in the blink of an eye. We cannot go back in time. Let's get together and strike forward. Love always helps me move forward. It makes my life shine, and with the star of life is always bright. But then again, we all know who we are. We need to do reflection. We need to let go our ego. This is one of my favorite songs. 谁？
写好家己一张皮，想要好过，甲过去随风起飞，唔通怨气，幻化人生情想玫瑰花。爱出人头地，你泪也受罪，吃看好伤势。能不能不再受罪？能不能就忘了我是谁？能不能来改写穿越那生命无数次的轮回？镜花水月，生命改写，忘了蝶莲花的美，忘了我是谁。一张皮，想要好过，甲过去随风起飞，唔通怨气，幻化人生情想玫瑰花，爱出人头地。你泪也受罪，恰想好伤势。能不能不再受罪？能不能就忘了我是谁？能不穿越轮回里需要圆满的罪，风花雪月，生命改写，忘了蝶莲花的美，忘了我是谁。千年之缘，生命改写，何必执着我是谁？圆满这一切，圆满这一切。
Writing to myself, I want to live a good life. Let my past go and never complain again. A prosperous life is like roses, wanting to stand out, beautiful but prickly. Please look more closely. Can I have no more suffering? Can I forget who I am? Can I rewrite my life? Transcend from the eternal reincarnation. The material world is like an illusion. To rewrite life, we need to let go of the beautiful illusion, let go of who I am. First of all, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Everybody thinking of who I am, right? Yes, first of all, my deepest gratitude to Master Tetsan, deepest gratitude to the universe, and deepest gratitude to the Almighty Sun. My name is Eileen. I'm one of your hosts tonight. Welcome to our beautiful classroom. I don't know why when I was singing that song, actually, I'm like, whole body is so hot right now. I think it's because of the energy, and I resonated a lot with this song because it's the first song that I actually really dwell into it so that I can actually learn to let go of my ego. All right, so we will share a little bit more later. So let's introduce my co-host.
Thank you, Eileen. Our deepest gratitude to Master Tetsan, gratitude to Mighty Sun, and gratitude to everyone here tonight. I'm Rebecca. Welcome everyone here tonight. We are here to resonate our positive energy. So we need more people to resonate together. We have strong positive energy, and we learn and we sing together. Master song is all embedded with positive words. And so we make us more happiness and receive more abundance. All right, Eileen?
Yes, of course.
Now
All right.
coming to introduce our Master Tetsan.
Yes, so before we introduce our Master Tetsan, of course, we want to welcome some new faces in our classroom for tonight. And I think Faye, we have met you before, right? Is that Faye? Yeah, so Faye, right, her name?
Yes.
Yeah, I think she has been here before. And of course, this young lady here,
Jodie.
you know, you look young. Everyone in Civilized Legal Code, we are young at heart. So you're Jodie?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you have been around for a while. Yes, good to see you back.
Welcome here,
Good to see
Jodie.
you back.
Yes.
And of course, Hui Wen, happy to see it because now Hui Wen and
Hui
then
Wen.
with Hui Wen bring the young lady, which I always see them sitting together in the last two rounds of Gong Xiu Ke. So you see, when someone come, we impact the one next door. So this is how we grow the community, right?
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself, this young lady? Hui Yu, wow, Hui Wen, Hui Yu.
And we welcome back Oliver.
Yes.
Yes, and Mr. Lim.
Oliver, have you started your new job?
Next week.
Next week, all right. And of course,
Yes.
Mr. Lim, and of course, oh, this Mr. I've suddenly forgot his name.
Mr. Edmund.
Edmund, right?
Yes.
Yes, Edmund. Yes. And of course, welcome everyone.
Yeah.
And yes, indeed, we are all very excited because after today, next week, we have one more session and Zoom we go. We're all going to 9 to 8. So for those who can't join us, not to worry, okay? Don't feel that, oh, then I feel so sense of losses. Don't worry, okay? So Tao Si always say it's really when the time is right, we will be there at the right time, at the right place. All right, so first of all, please allow me to introduce our author of the books, Superlife Secret Code. Master Tetsan is a world-leading expert in energy management, a renowned speaker, a top-selling author, a humanitarian, and a Nobel Peace Prize nominee. He's also the founder of Richest Life, a personal and professional growth and wellness center, teaching people self-healing and life mastery. Master Tetsan has trained high-tech executives, CEOs, government officials, doctors, and tens of thousands of people worldwide. In 2010, he wrote his first book, Superlife Secret Codes, a life manual that reveals the secret codes of managing energy to create a super extraordinary life. This book has become a global sensation and transformed people's lives all over the world. Since then, Master San has written over 50 books, in fact, over 60 books now, and given tens of thousands of lectures and consultations. His book, Say No to Depression, is a breakthrough in mental health and has been recognized and endorsed by Western and Chinese doctors to help people overcome chronic depression, anxiety, insomnia, and other mental health problems. Master San's energy management system teaches people to mobilize their innate natural ability to become a self-generator of positive energy so that they can recharge and take control of their lives. And thankful to Master Tetsan, who has founded the Richest Life community. So just a gentle reminder to every one of us. So in this organization, we want to promote simplicity and purity. So please refrain from any business transaction among each member. refrain from any money laundering issue, and most importantly, give yourself an opportunity to see how the system can help you break through your challenges in life. So what you need to do is you need to use more gratitude. Be grateful that you have an opportunity to come to the classroom, have a mind switching so that you're able to open the door to your heart, to listen to what we can read later together and what we can resonate together in the reading passages, and of course to listen to what our members got to share in terms of their learning journey after joining Super Life Secret Code. All right, so before further ado, I'll pass over to Rebecca, who's going to take us through to the start of the reading of today's first book.
Yes, everyone is holding Super Life Secret Code on this book. This is our number one book that we are going through tonight. And then we'll invite our reading angels to read through the front page and the last page of the book. Super Life Secret Code is our most handy book. So this is the book that we have to start off. And then after reading the chapter 7, then we can able to do our visualizations. So this is the most important book, which is actually can unlock our problem and change our entire of our life. All right, we invite Ellen and Krista to read for the front page and the last page of the book. Let's begin.
Gratitude to Master Tessan, gratitude to Universe, gratitude to Mighty Sun. Ellen will start reading the book cover.
Super Life Secret Codes, the codes to unlock your life by Master Tessan. Let's read together. The book
contains simple
ideas with the power
to resolve all your problems and revolutionize your understanding of life. Whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, or anyone with a different faith or spiritual practice, we all face daily challenges in our unique journey of life. Super Life Secret Codes is your compass. The secret codes in this book transcend the boundaries of religion and speak to you from the vast universe. They will end your struggles and bring forth an eternal spiritual life full of happiness and wisdom. This book will illuminate your future like the bright sun and bring rich abundance into your life. Your soul will echo with the vibration of the cosmos. These secrets from nature will guide you to be empowered from the infinite cosmic energy and transform the blueprint of your life, embracing the happiness generated by the Super Life Secret Codes.
Yes, very thank you. We're grateful to our Master Texans. This is an important book. Let's go into our chapter 9. It's on the page 101. So we look at the pictures. Anything in the world can be big or small. So we're facing a lot of the problems. We need Master and we need our system to help us to break our problems. So let's begin to start on the page 102. Wait for the rest to get the page together, and then reading angel will read through the page.
Page 102.
Yes.
As a person who studied engineering, I like to understand the mechanism of various equipment, so I may have a little bit more knowledge than most people. Because of this forte, I helped a friend and his wife with their water heater problem during one Christmas holiday. Everyone was enjoying the festive spirit of the holiday season at a friend's Christmas party. When we arrived at their house, I noticed that they appeared different than usual. I assumed they were too tired from work, and that's why they seemed scattered. But after a short conversation, I realized the reason behind their troubled look was because their water heater had been malfunctioning that past week, and with the holidays, many companies were especially busy. They finally found a technician who took a glance and advised them to either purchase a new water heater or to order some parts, which would take about 7 to 8 days. The water from the faulty heater would either be too hot or would not supply enough hot water after 2 showers. So they were always worried that there would not be enough hot water for their children, disrupting everyone's schedule and normal routine. Now they feared that it would take a while before this problem could be resolved. My first instinct was that the thermostat of the water heater was broken, and it would not be too difficult to purchase a new one and replace the old thermostat. I said to the couple, "Look at you two. Just because of a small problem with your water heater, you are so stressed out, and it is ruining your holiday spirit. It is the holiday season. Cheer up. I believe the situation is not as bad as what the technician described. I agreed to help the couple repair their water heater. The next morning, I was able to find a replacement thermostat and I changed out the old thermostat without any difficulty. From the beginning to the end, it was only a broken thermostat, and with the lift of a finger, the problem had been solved. The couple's worry and emotional ripples were now gone, and their lives returned to normal. Reflecting on the incident, if I had not attended their Christmas party, they would have relied on the technician to repair or replace their water heater, and their worrying about the hot water situation would create friction between them or their children, and eventually affect their quality of life. Any negative effect, whether big or small, may occur. No one can predict such a small problem could have caused problems for their family and lead to an undesirable outcome. Most of us will only think about the cause of a problem after the fact. And often these problems are trivial to begin with, but at the end they become big problems and can even lead to regrettable decisions in our lives. Any problems in the world can be big or small. It only depends on how we perceive and confront them. Of course, it also depends on luck, which is intimately related to our values, attitude, and judgment. I believe none of my readers wish to have their life obstructed by meaningless problems impacting their future and success. We can think carefully for a minute why most people are still affected by their daily problems and end up with seemingly unsolvable difficulties, even though they try very hard to steer away from unwanted situations. I believe the proclivity of falling into this pattern depends on how well we understand the situation, how optimistic we are about life, and our ability to deal with challenging situations. This all determine how we can make big problems small and make small problems disappear. Thank you.
For example, a couple may have a small disagreement and become angry for a short period of time. Then they simply let it go. This couple's life would not be deeply affected by these unhappy incidents, and they are considered very blessed because they are able to change their perception and dissipate the argument and negative energy wisely. On the other hand, some couples have the mentality of destroying the other people for the sake of winning the argument, and they believe that they need to get to the bottom of it before they can feel better. Therefore, what was originally a simple problem may end up being a lifetime of regrets because they were unable to control their emotions to calmly solve the problem. We must be open-minded and open-hearted towards everything we encounter and control the minimize our emotional outbursts towards unexpected events. When you communicate with yourself, you can organize your thoughts to have a clear understanding of your thoughts process. Therefore, when you encounter any undesirable situation, you can understand the scope of the problem and minimize any damage based on your well-prepared reflex of thoughts, which will enable you to make sound choices and judgments. Once you have understood this concept, it will become an invisible obligation within your mind and body to carry out this self-awareness. We should constantly remind ourselves that we must have the basic attitude and course of action to confront any problems with confidence and positively to make big problems small and small problems disappear. Many times, if we can communicate with ourselves on this subject matter, we will gradually perfect our mechanism to handle this undesirable situation and live a better life. However, there are people who disagree because they are argumentative, worrisome, or have lots of problems which often ends in a misfortune or disaster. We all wish to have a better life, and the power of creating a better life lies within our hands. We must avoid contradictory thoughts and actions because they will eventually lead us away from the right path and bring upon unnecessary loss, misery, and catastrophes. Any important key to transform big problems to small problems is to simply everything by avoiding complicated thoughts and understand the problems before reaching a conclusion. Oftentimes, a problem can appear to be very complex, but in reality, if you can find a simple, natural, and correct resolution, this problem will no longer trouble you. For example, many people have constipation, and if the problem is not solved, then it will lead to other physical complications. This can become even more complicated when dealing with long-term dependence on medication to help alleviate the problem, which is not the ideal as usual natural methods to treat the problem. This is a good example of a problem that can be big or small. If constipation is not resolved, it can eventually affect your overall health. When we understand that by increasing fluid and fiber intake can elevate the problem, then we must immediately take the action to rectify the problem. If we do not have enough water, then drink more water. If we do not have enough fiber, then we should eat more fruits and vegetables. The problem can be easily resolved to prevent unnecessary discomfort and health issues.
Yes, thank you, Alan. We will stop here. It's a very important page. Anything in the world can make big or small, can be big or small. So Master have a technique, Master have a something tools to let us to solve the problem from a big problems and make it small. 大事化小，小事化无. This is always Master mentions to us. How are we going to solve the problems? Because we have super light secret code. We have to follow Master steps. So by reading the step of step 1, 2, 3, by practicing, and then we also practice our love and gratitudes. Love and gratitudes can be very, very important. We daily do it and then diligently. Love and gratitude can help us to solve a lot of problems. Not even that what Master mentions that it's a simple aircon things or either the water heater. So I actually come across experience last week with my aircon was leaking. My aircon has been serving us for more than 20 years. It's very, very lasting. So it comes on and off, wear and tear, it will have some leak water. So I normally don't in charge for aircon. It's my husband's department. So when an aircon spot, I will point the fingers to him. Ask you to do and cleaning, ask you to do servicing. You always be so lazy. But this time round, when the aircon start leaking, I got my Winster. I choose to be more smart now. And then I call my sister. I said, can you recommend an aircon serviceman? So when I get that, actually my husband actually look out for quotations because they need to pay, it's about 12,000 to change the full set of the aircon. So I get my sister get back the aircon man. You know what the aircon man came in? He said, don't change the aircon. Now the aircon with a new one, the spare part only lasts you for 5 years. How about we just do a deep cleaning and then we will put in some refill some gas, and then it can last you for another 1 or 2 years. Very grateful. The whole thing service is about 300 plus, and then it lasts me another, I think, or hopefully can last me another 1 or 2 years more. Although it's old, but it's still doing, when after the service, the aircon is as good as new. So when we start to practice love and gratitude, we tend to make more noblemen. 我们遇到贵人. So when the 贵人 here, you know, the aircon man is very humble, very humble. He drive all the way from Malaysia to our house to do aircon service. And he actually tell us that you don't change. Now you know why Samsung, they have Samsung closed down because their spare part is very lasting. So when you do lasting, the aircon will last you more. That's why the Samsung company has closed down. Now you get a new aircon, every spare part only lasts you for 5 to 6 years. So very grateful. Our aircon lasts us about 20 years, but still after servicing is as good as new and it's very cold and no more leaking. So when we grateful to the person, we grateful to the aircons, grateful to the husband, the next of my half, I grateful to him that I will do the aircon, I will arrange the arrangement. So without any angry. So everything done very nicely, half a day, everything clear out. So this is the power of energy. So we send out more positive of the power, energy, we will get back a more positive energy. Yeah, Eileen, anything to summarize? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, our reading angel, Crystal and Ellen. Yes, indeed, I find this chapter is very, very useful for everybody.
Yes.
Because last time we always like to make problem even bigger, right?
Yeah.
You like to blow up the problem because we don't have the right tools, we don't have the right mindset. So actually it's very important before you do anything, really we need to calm ourselves down and analyze the problem. So it says here on the bottom of page 104, we must be open-minded and open-hearted towards everything we encounter and control and minimize our emotional outbursts towards unexpected events. This is something that happened to my workplace every day because we are doing construction, right? So every day So my boss is opening his own coffee shop. He's a designer, but he opened his own coffee shop. So when you open your own business, your expectation of the renovation quality is even higher. But when you expect more and you are not prepared in a lot of processes that you need to go through, sometimes you get more disappointment, right? So we are already at the end of the renovation. We are supposed to due for an inspection today. And yesterday we found that one of our incoming power source was being cut off. Don't know why, who cut off. And then we have to do a lot of hacking of the floor overnight to trace where is the incoming cable. Until we have to go to the downstairs tenant, go into people's premises, open their ceiling. So all these things are unexpected. So my boss is someone that is very impatient, right? Because he don't have supervised secret code. But he's a very nice guy. He's always very grateful for things. Yeah, he's also in his own cultivation system, but he's always, being a designer, they very OCD, they very 洁癖 one. So he very agitated when they see things in the process. So when yesterday things happened, so I told him, then he only asked me, so what is the solution? So I said, the solution is just let me handle it. So I handle it overnight. Of course, not me going there to do the hacking. Okay, but then being calm is something that I always tell myself. Last time I think I was, galang gambok, ganjong already. Starts to scold a lot of people, scold the electrician, scold the demolisher. Why you hack this? Why you break that? But then I tell myself, whatever happens has happened. So no point making the problem even bigger. No point for me to go and call the demolisher. Hey, I pay you so much money. Why you hack away my cable? Right? Because we can't trace. Right? We can't trace back. There's no camera on site. We can't trace back. So last time before supervised serial code, when things like this happen, I would like to always go and drill and find the root of the problem. Because we need to find the root of the problem. But sometimes certain things we don't need to find the root of the problem. We need to find a solution over it. Because if I dig into it, I will probably be blaming wrong people. Because I'll be starting to point finger at demolition. I'm starting to point finger at electrician. I will starting to point finger at the taller. Because so many people have touched that site, right? So there's no proof. So I just tell myself very, very calm. I just do step by step, overcome, call in the right contractor to rectify. And today everything was done overnight. So in a short span of 12 hours, we managed to rectify it. Of course, that will cause us delay. Okay, then the inspection can go on. But of course, it causes delay to that particular area, which I need to redo waterproofing. I need to redo a lot of things. So this process also have taught me, because this time round, my boss is saying that let's try. We don't need to put any executive on site. Let the job site run automatically. So I always tell him a job site cannot run automatically. Because can you imagine a job site, nobody, right? The contractor, this person come in, he like to paint here, he paint here, he like to drill there, he drill there. Even though we have given drawings, very detailed, but contractors being contractors, we brief the bosses brief the workers. So the workers are, of course, not illiterate in a lot of things. So when they look at drawings, they probably cannot understand some of the contents. So things like this do happen. Okay, so this is a good learning process. So I always feel that there's no point blowing up the problem, but we need to rectify and solve the problem first. After that, then we try to go back so that we can minimize the same issue the next time. And so over here it also says, right, when you communicate with yourself, you can organize your thoughts and have a clear understanding of your thought process. So same thing. Today after we had an intensive 5 hours meeting with one of our clients for a new project. So I was hosting the whole meeting. After the meeting, I come out with in my boss car. So he was kanchong about his coffee shop issue ma. So the next thing he switched channel already. Then I look at him, I say, you need to give me 3 minutes. I need to process my thoughts because I had a very intensive meeting. So I think it's because of the way I communicate with my bosses. I let him understand that sometimes things cannot be rushed. We need to organize our thoughts. So he also patiently waited for me for that 3 minutes. But bosses being bosses, I think usually they will say, no, I need an answer now. Yeah, but I think that's why I always tell my colleagues it's about how we communicate with each other, how we actually manage the other person's expectation. So communication is very key. Right, so I told him you need to let me organize my thoughts so that I can communicate in the right manner what went wrong and what I could do to make things happen. So all these things I find that it's very applicable to our daily life. especially this chapter, is something very, very applicable to everyday what we are facing, right? Has anybody got any similar situation that, yes, of course, Ellen, come.
Hello.
Yes.
I found a very good way to make big problems small and small problems disappear. This, I think, share with you. Maybe you can try it on your own. I have a worker, he's my age, very experienced, very hardworking, very intelligent, and he knows what to do. So sometimes when I give him instruction, he doesn't want to listen. So we go into an argument. So in the WhatsApp, you will see through and flow. I will send him one message, he'll send a message. We start arguing. I used to do that. But after learning life skill code, I learned how to stop it. So after the last discussion, I can feel that he's on a very heated, very hot already. I sent him one icon which shows gratitude. Say thank you for all your comment, all your demands and all those so-called bad words. But I said thank you very much for. And then he stopped.
Yes.
And recently I found that he started to be very friendly with me. We buy coffee to each other nowadays.
Nice.
So this is one very good method. You can use and send this gratitude image.
Yes, that's a very good tips. I think that's very good because when someone is in a heated stage, the more you say, the more heated it is, right? But then when you send something, maybe at the moment you will say, why you send me this photo? But after a while, when he comes down, he probably will be able to do some reflection. That's a very good way. In fact, that's a very good way to do it.
Yes, yes, very easy. Yeah, we just send more love and gratitude. So what Master say, actually we can transform our negative energy to positive energy. How do we transform? Send more gratitude and love. All this method, actually the problems is giving us something to learn. Then we have to grateful them to give us this lesson. So from the lesson, we actually send more gratitude and give us more things to learn, and we start to change. When we start to change, the person will just start to change, like the family members. When you send more love and gratitude to them, like my son, he used to text me, wow, he angry that time, wow, he a lot of negatives, wow, a lot of things that he's unhappy. But nowadays, I just try to tell him that, oh, okay, thank you so much to let me know. Oh, it's my problem. So it's thank you so much. Grateful for you to let me know. Things can solve it very smoothly. So positive energy we can transform to a very, very positive type. So always remember love and gratitude any moment. Master said, 每一秒钟秒秒感恩. So this is how we works. Yeah, Eileen?
Yes, in fact, this part here in the middle of the page, right? It says that on the other hand, some couples have the mentality of destroying the other person for the sake of winning the argument. Wow, sound like myself last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time I will. That's also you. I think a lot of us are like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we just want to win an argument.
Mm.
Yes,
My partner is a PhD, so he's very smart. So everything he thinks he do is correct. So if you don't listen, he will start argue until he wins the communication. Then he will stop. If he doesn't stop, you keep on giving a reply, he will keep on arguing.
Yeah.
Well,
How do you manage that?
I just keep quiet, give him a smile. Lor. So let him know that it's ending. I'm smiling back to you.
Yes. Okay. Sometimes because a lot of people who have not got the opportunity to learn supervised secret code, so they do not see things in other people's perspective, right? They're only looking at their own area. So they see things is only at their own view. So that's why it's very important that we need to be able to see from somebody else's perspective. So having able to view at different people's angle, how they actually view certain things, all this really comes from a lot of uplifting of our wisdom. Right, so that's why cultivation in supervised secret code is so important, because the purpose of in this cultivation journey is to let us uplift not only our positive energy, but uplift our level of wisdom. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So would you like to invite our first sharer for tonight?
Yes, we invite Amanda to do a sharing tonight.
Yes.
Amanda,
Amanda,
welcome.
come.
Thank you.
Gratitude to Master Sun, gratitude to the universe, gratitude to the hosts, and gratitude to everyone here in class today. My name is Amanda. I'll be sharing about my journey in the Super Life Secret Codes. So first, I want to share about my experience during the KL big event about 2.5 months ago in June this year. So I felt that as with all the big events I've attended, it shifted a lot of things for me energetically and most importantly internally. Yeah. So my experiences with I think I've attended maybe 4 big events now. Each time I will feel like I have a lot of internal breakthroughs in me, in the way that I see things, in the way that I behave. Yeah, I can make breakthroughs to be a improved version of myself that I wasn't able to be that way before. Yeah. So for this time's KL event, uh, I wished for a number of things during the event, and one of which was to make progress in my career. For context, I've been trying to freelance for the last about 1 year, and it was quite a slow journey because I kept getting distracted, wanting to do a lot of different things. So I didn't really focus on like just repeating one thing and moving straight ahead in one direction. So yeah, so one of the things I asked for is to overcome my own inertia, like because I felt I was moving very slowly. So overcoming my own inertia and being able to like act and move forward, yeah, with momentum. So looking back, I feel I've really manifested this in the last 2 months after the KL event. Yeah, so after the KL event, I felt a lot of guidance was brought into my life. I remember like I think the 2 or 3 weeks after returning from KL, every day I'll like either like some videos or some books will come into my awareness, and then they will keep repeating the same like messages or frameworks to me until I really got the message of like where I was blocked at and what I needed to do, how I needed to change my behavior to make progress. So I followed the guidance, and with my determination to take action, I've looking back, I feel like I really made a lot of breakthrough in this aspect over the 2 months. Yeah. There are also some other incidents here and there where like things got brought up, and then I managed to do like a deep healing. Yeah, a deep like psychological healing for myself. So I felt like there are many small like cycles of healing over the last few months. Yeah. Another thing for me in the KL event was I was quite moved to really try to 如法实修 more so than I had done before. Yeah, I think being at the event, being around all the Super Life Secret Codes family members and hearing everyone talk about it and hearing Tao Shi talk about it also, I realized where my gaps were. Like I wasn't like watching 弟子规 and practicing it. So I realized like that was a gap that I really needed to start working on. So I made I made a pledge to watch it and write my learnings and post my learnings about it. So this is one aspect that I've been trying to do more of in the last 2 months. It has been very beneficial for me. I always feel like I have a lot more energy after I do it, to just help me with my, my daily tasks. And a recent thing that happened also was, so I was having some stress about work. Yeah. Yeah, I think because I have this issue of like being a perfectionist, so I will expect myself to like do a lot of research, do a very good job, but it requires a lot of energy and time from myself until like I can end up overexerting and burning out. Yeah, and if it's not perfect, I'll be like not satisfied with myself, that kind of thing, and feel very stressed. Yeah. So I've been having this issue for many years already. So again, whenever deadlines come, I will find myself in this sort of situation. Yeah. And sometimes the stress can be so much that it really drains me. I feel like I have no energy and I'm not so productive also. Yeah. So writing my 弟子规, watching the 弟子规 and writing my journal actually helped me to overcome this issue. So when I actually took the action to write the journal, I was doing it more to like just, fulfill what I have pledged, like not really intending for it to help me with this issue. But then it ended up helping me with this issue because what I watched on the video was relevant to the topic that I was facing. Cai Lishui Lao Shi said that he was talking about the importance of education and what's the purpose of education. Like when children go to school and everything, and it's actually to learn skills to be able to contribute to society and benefit the society. But that is not what we were really taught lah when we were kids in school. Yeah, but I really like this concept and it was very applicable to myself because I needed to like self-study a lot of new information to share with my client. Yeah. And I was feeling it was quite a tedious process. Yeah. But then hearing this from 弟子规 gave me the new like motivation. Like it could become my setting for myself, like to do it so that I could benefit like my client. Yeah. And once I switched my mind to having this as the motivation instead of just, oh, I need to complete my task, that kind of thing, then I felt a lot more joy in the process of doing the studying and preparation. And it also inspired me to really embody that intention when I was delivering the session for my client. And in the end, the session went very well. The client gave me feedback that it really benefited her. And I felt like, wow, all my hard work was worth it. And I was so happy that day when I saw that it actually had this positive impact. Yeah. So by doing my 弟子规 learning and journal, it actually helped to inspire me to make my own process more joyful and more meaningful, and also get better results in terms of in the external world, the way it impacted my client. Yeah, so that's one pledge that I've been working on. Then another pledge is the book distribution. Yeah, so I have pledged to distribute more books. So I've also been going more often, like in July and August. Yeah, so I feel the book distribution activity itself is a very good training ground to train ourselves to implement all the teachings from master. Yeah, so like for example, being very cheerful and positive when you're distributing the book. Yeah. So I remember, I think during my first book distribution at the start of this year, wow, it was quite a tough process because you keep being rejected by people. Then some people very black face, and then you stand there for so long. It's like quite tiring. And I also didn't know how to like what to say to people. So I felt really awkward. Yeah. So my first few book distributions, I was just feeling very awkward and I had a lot of resistance. But after I just keep doing more and more, it became a lot easier. Yeah. Such that the last few times I even plucked up the courage to just stand outside the MRT by myself and start giving out the books. Yeah, it was very scary the first time I did it alone. I felt like it was even more scary than certain other scary things in life. And I was like, what am I doing? But then I just like jumped in and did it anyway. And then I was like, hey, it's not that bad lah. It's quite okay. Then yeah, and I've noticed the last few times I managed to maintain a very cheerful attitude even when people reject my books. Whereas the first maybe 2 times I felt very discouraged when people rejected. But then the last few times people reject, I'm like not affected. I'm still very cheerfully trying to give out more books. And after I complete the like 1 hour of book distribution, I feel like I have a lot more energy in my field as well. Yeah. So just then I can use the energy to like do more things after that, be more productive. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like the the big events are really very powerful. Yeah, I think every single big event, I made a lot of internal shifts after that. Like the next 2 months, like it's a lot more accelerated than if I didn't go for the event. Yeah. So yeah, and then so there's another event coming up next week, which I've signed up for, and yeah, I encourage everyone to give it a go if you haven't signed up yet as well. Yeah, and this time I also managed to invite my parents to attend. So yeah, I hope it can benefit them and they can see some changes as well. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Amanda. That was amazing. In fact, I hear her sharing a few times. I always remember her when she first walked in. I think one of the first session was in my class, right? Yeah, so I feel very connected with her every time she do her sharing because I do see her progress going on. And after when she started, she also every day like a bit lost. Every week she comes, she still lost. After a few months, she still ask me, what is 弟子规? How do I get started? So it's okay. Yeah. So I always tell everyone, all of us have we learn at a different pace. But the most important thing is we don't give up. So initially, sometimes Master also say, right, when we first started, 抓不到那个窍门啊. Yeah, even he tell us, right, sometimes when we write our journal, some people still don't know how to write our journal. So journal is something that we need to do is that help us to do reflection. So Amanda did a very great thing because it's when you're writing journal, that's where you start to really uncover a lot of things. Then you can connect from the 弟子规 to your journal, cultivation journey, and to things like that. And she bring up a very, very good point. Like when you go and do book distribution, this is where you really can do a lot of tests. And from there, then you are really able to know that 你到底有没有落实到 what we are learning in 弟子规 and what are we learning in 超级生命密码. So because when you give books, it's not just, right? You need to put on your smile, how you give. Oh, remember Master was telling us not like that, how you connect with people, how you receive rejection. And if someone asks you a question for the first time, maybe you also scared. Somebody asked me a question. I thought nobody will ask me a question. But when they ask you a question, how are you going to answer? So all these things is we need to be equipped, right? Equipped with the skill set. So how to be equipped with the skill set is really first by reading Master's book. Second, really is very important to join the every Sunday 网络共修课. Every Sunday, Masters Global Online classes happening in this classroom, 10:30. Or if you're living in the East, you can go to the one at LTC. That's the time that we really get a lot of so-called upgrading and a lot of recharging because that's the once a week time. That's where we learn from him. Then, of course, from his books, from all his YouTube. There's really 1,000 over YouTube that you can listen. And nowadays, every other day when they post out, so many, really so many. Yeah. And then, of course, every Saturday, we have the 辅导你家, 11 o'clock on a radio station. That one is very interesting one. Because every time the Taiwan DJ talk to him about a lot of things that deals with our daily life, whether it's family life or work life. So it's very interesting. And nowadays, even so appreciative, the people behind the scene, the IT crew behind, they take out all the clips from this 辅导你家 as well. So sometimes you don't have time to listen that 1 hour, but they take out the clips, the most important one. So really, all these things is how we make the first step forward. So if she don't help herself by going out to do the first book distribution, so she won't have people's help, and then she won't have the universe help. And when she tell me, just 3 weeks ago, she tell me, maybe my parents wants to go, but they have not even read the book. How? I say, just go, right? And then I also tell her, it's true that when you're on your own, you need to finish from chapter 1 to 7 if you're doing your essential step 1 to 3. But for someone who has not read the book at all, when you go to the big event, you are doing your essential step 1 to 3 led by Master Ted San, that is okay. All right, so that this is what we need to understand. So don't be afraid to share with people who has never even come in contact. All right, if you feel there's someone that you want to speak to and tell them to join you in this 9 to 8 hour body, mind, and soul nourishment workshop, just go and tell them. The decision lies in them. So I'm so happy after that 2 weeks later, she tells me her parents are going. So it's very, very good. And I'm sure it's because of her change. The parents saw the change in her. That's why she can impact it and influence the parents to go. And the parents going to drive all the way up to KL, you know. Yeah, so I'm so happy for her because having your own family member in the workshop, I think is something that wow, we will feel so fulfilling. All right, Rebecca?
Yes, just now I heard about Amanda talking about the step 1, 2, 3, and then making a batch. We always need to make our positive energy flow. And last Sunday, Master mentions that those people who make a batch, 发愿,行愿,要了愿. We must be truly sincerity to make a batch, but we need to fulfill it. So we can actually, what Amanda mentions that she actually make a batch to do a distribution of book. Yes, from the first start, we actually need to step up. We feel paiseh, right? We feel some people reject you. Why am I standing here? But you can experience it when you end of the day, you distribute books. The way that you feel, you know what Master always said, 充满法喜. That is the feeling we have. The whole day you feel that the whole positive energy is just suddenly uplifted. Then you will wonder, wow, today I met some people who are very, very nice. And that we need to cherish everyone's that we join everyone's to distribute books. So there is it's a first step to go and give books. And then this is what we receive and we actually share with people to our master book. So 发愿,行愿,了愿, we must be truly do it properly. Last Sunday, Master mentions, last time we don't know, we used to the temple, we used to go there to 发愿. 我要追这个,我要那一个,我要我的心愿. But Master said we are not doing 我们要的是心愿, we are doing 发愿. It's totally different thing. So what Anli mentions, our Sunday Gongxiu is very important. Although you cannot come in for the Gongxiu, but the most important is that after the Gongxiu, we have Master visualizations. Our Xing Fa is also very important. So if they can't, then you can actually subscribe our online. Then you can actually listen to the repeat. But the most importantly is to join our class. And even those that our Qing Ying Hui, this is our class on our Tuesday, Wednesday in our PPC here, we start on Tuesday to Saturday. So every classes, but this is the only English class here. So remember, share with friends and then we resonate together. Yeah, Lin? Okay, we are going to our second book. This is what we always wish when the source is connected. Abundance is so simple by our Master Ted San. This is another English book that is very handy and then very useful. This is a dialogue book for people who are new tonight. We have 2 reading angels. One is to represent Master by Mr. Siu, and then Adeline will be doing the student part. Let's read together from the front page and the back page together. All right, we wait for everyone have the book first. So we have enough when the abundance so simple books everyone have. All right, let's begin. Super Life
secret codes.
When
the source is connected, abundance is so simple by Master Ted San. The back cover. Sometimes opportunity knocks, but we are not ready because we lack the capacity or capability. This book teaches the tools to ensure that we have sufficient capacity and are capable. When the source is connected, you will be like a GPS and continuously monitor yourself to make sure you are on the right track. If you fall off track, make a U-turn, and get back on track as soon as possible. When all means are exhausted, changes will be triggered. Once changes have taken place, solution emerge and you will have abundance, embracing the happiness generated by Super Life secret codes.
Yes, thank you, our reading angel. And we are going to turn to page 308. Theory in details 2.
Hello.
308, huh?
Yeah, we start with 308.
Wait for a
Theory.
while, Adeline. Just wait for Mr. Lim. You got the page already. 308. We are going to finish our this abundant book soon. And later, our next book will be Say No to Depressions. So invite more friends to join our class. All right, Adeline, we can start.
We start with theory in detail 2. Sincere repentance when faced with obstacle. Invisible negative energy. How could one get rid of such energy?
You can advise him to say the following. Today, I would like to learn how to enable a change in me. I plead that the universe and beings affiliated to me give me such opportunity to allow me to understand what I learn. It is that simple. But if he does this without sincerity and even refuses to try, then he better seek solution elsewhere.
Really, as long as he has sincerity, he will be able to understand.
Yes, if you adopt our system wholeheartedly, your state will be enhanced slowly over time. First time trying, if you can't, try the second time, the third time. Remember, the universe helps those who help themselves. One day, he will be able to understand.
Master, why can't some people sit down calmly and read the book?
I want to emphasize again, not everyone has the blessing to accept Super Life secret codes. People who are undergoing karmic retribution, when they trigger a change to their fate, their negative energy must give their consent. Otherwise, they will fail to know our system. When one keeps telling you, I can't understand, the moment I start reading, I will doze off. You can advise him to engage a dialogue with his heart, quoting the above paragraph.
I'm very blessed. The moment I started reading this book, I can't put it down. I finished reading the book within a day. Now I realize people who have problems reading the books are prevented by their negative energy.
Yes, some people have done too many bad deeds and they may be undergoing punishment by the universe, leaving the world soon. Hence, they cannot take in anything. You can only be patient and share as much as you can. Just do your best and leave the rest to God's will. Remember, everything is not as straightforward as you see from the surface.
If the person expresses desire to read the books of other systems, should we work on recommending him ours?
When you share Super Life secret codes with people, if the person has several options and he is indifferent to each one, and cannot make up his mind, just let him try another system. Every time when someone asks me whether our system is good, I will suggest that he look at other system first. If the system is good, just stick with it. If the system is no good, then you are welcome to join our system.
Look like there's a lot to learn just in terms of introducing people into our system.
Yes, do not give up easily when you do your sharing and distributing our complimentary books. On average, if one responds positively to you, the rest just ignore you. This is very normal. Everyone has their own karma and fate. Only people with great blessing are willing to delve deep into the studies of our system and benefit from it.
Hence, we should train ourselves not to feel too lost when we are rejected, and we should take rejection lightly.
Correct. My experience is this. If it takes too much trouble for one to join our system, and the person keeps complaining about things, chances are they will leave our system easily, even with a tiny bit of dissatisfaction. So, do not be influenced by such negative people. Keep your faith and passion and keep calm. It is entirely his own fate whether he could get used our system and benefit from it.
If there's a positive case, I would have joined us. You will have joined us.
You should understand this. Once he has embraced our system, his fate can be changed right away. Hence, only people with good blessing can do so. The choice is not entirely by him, but more by the universe, and whether he is selected. You have your sincerity in spreading the greatness of Super Life Secret Codes, and just try your best and leave the rest to the universe.
All right, should we invite everyone to join our study group?
When one adopts our system, he should sincerely and wholeheartedly study Super Life Secret Codes, and not simply flip the pages and think he can learn well and see no need to participate in a study group. If he doesn't join the study group, it is not your fault, and do not lose your faith. It has nothing to do with you.
I understand.
You have your good intention to lead a person towards the right path. This is one role that we can do, that we should do. As to whether we will follow the path is unknown, but our role is to send our blessing to him. My word to all the fellow followers is to spread the words of Super Life Secret Codes far and wide, but refrain from carrying others' karma. Do not enter someone's drama and get emotionally affected. Understand the rule of the game and insulate your emotion from someone else.
We need to minimize and eradicate our fear of failure.
Yes, the earth is round. What goes around comes around. When we do introduction and lead, if we hold the right attitude and mindset with good passion, we do it effectively, the universe will be touched. Our passion and ambition in sharing Super Life Secret Codes should come naturally as we have obtained blessing and help. We want to express our gratitude to the universe, the system, and such positive affiliation.
When we have benefited, we hope there are more people who can benefit too.
Exactly. You want more people to have similar opportunities and let them benefit from positive changes in their life and destiny. Isn't it beautiful if we should hold such a mindset and make connection with people? You need to hold the right mindset so your positive attitude will be felt by other people. The students of Super Life Secret Codes hold such flair everywhere they go. This is our basic strength.
Once we have enhanced our temperament, people around us will become curious and we want to find out more. But how can we instill such temperament?
For people to like you, when they see you, you need to work hard on your mindset, your practice, and your ability to resonate with the universe. Then build up a great temperament through studying 弟子规. Everything with a good, real practitioner is genuine. Do things genuinely. There is no shortcut. Everything done is holistic, and you need to score in every perspective to achieve a perfect state. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Siu and Adeline. Yes, this is the final page that we actually needs to know from the beginnings. The step by step is very clearly while Mr. Siu read on it and Adeline. Yes, it actually remind us again. So even those that we are, for people who are newly start or they are on the middle or they are already here for so long, but we are still learning together. Every day we learn different things. Talking about 弟子规 is actually make our life more easier. So if we are doing reading 弟子规, writing our 心得, what is 心得? 心中所得叫心得. So what are things that we learn from our heart, we write it down. So it's called as 心得, a journal for what we learn, record it down. It's a type of memory. First, we don't really remember so much thing. So when we find some things that we need to change, we write on the 心得. We need to improve, we write on the 心得. While you receive something very happy, receive gift from the universe, we also write on the 心得, especially 弟子规. 弟子规 always that each chapter are actually talking about us. So from there we change ourselves. The ego must let go, must change the ego. A person who don't change themselves are very difficult to move on. So this is the only system that to teach us to change our own self, own ego. So ego, very important. Let go ego, change ourselves, make yourself to zero, 把我归零. So it's very easy to move on. This is the Super Life Secret Code. It's very grateful to our Master Ted Sun giving us this system. So Eileen, or we invite Hong Tak to do a sharing. Welcome, Hong Tak. Yes, grateful for your sharing here. Thank you. Either. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Hong Tak. Thank you.
Gratitude to Master Ted Sun, the universe and the sun. Yeah, sun. Thank you. Right. Yes. It's not every Thursday that I can come, so I can manage to come this Thursday. So I'll try to compress and summarize my stories with fellow friends and practitioners. So I got to know the method in 2022. I think it was September or October. That was when a friend actually gave me a ticket to attend the seminar, and it was at Lifelong Learning Institute. Oh. So at the time, I've worked on Sunday, so I took leave. I just went for a seminar. So I didn't know what it was about, but I just went there, and then they played some songs, and later on followed by a guided meditation. So in a guided meditation, I felt the love in my heart, and I nearly cried.
Yeah.
So that was very moving for me, and also for the first time in meditation that I actually could feel the love. So that kind of intrigued me and got me very curious, and also with a desire to find out more about this system, as well as the Master Ted Sun. I've explored, many other systems, but so far, this method, I actually feel the love. So that was very captivating for me. And then, so that when I came for the classes to find out more, but the person who actually invited me, she's actually very busy. She didn't really come, and then I attended the event in July in 20. I think it was 2024, right? 2024. So actually, I bought the ticket to attend the seminar in Malaysia. But however, it turned out that I have to take care of my mother, so I couldn't go. So actually, I told Penny at that time, the ticket I may have to give to someone because I couldn't make it. And then she told me to look at the sun in the morning and talk to the sun. So I did that. I just talked to the son. I say, I wanted to go, but I couldn't. Okay. So I only talked about one time only, right? One time. Then later on, the news was that my eldest brother, he will come over to Singapore. Actually, he's an Australian. He lives in Australia, and he seldom comes back. Maybe once in 3 years or 4 years. So happened that he said he'll come back. So I thought, maybe got chance. yeah, he can, he can look after my mother. Then I can go to Malaysia. But it turned out that he stays until I think just a few days, before the event. So I thought maybe no chance. Again I talked to the son, Papa. Then I said, I want to go. Can you please help? And then later on, he actually extended his stay, right? Extended his stay so that I could go to Malaysia. So it was. I remember that time thanks to the universe. I remember that time the team was 巧安排 like coincidence. So it's really a coincidence. and then yeah. So when I came back, remember in the bus, there was someone who actually misplaced her phone during on the trip back from Singapore or Malaysia, KL to Singapore. Right, there was a toilet break, so someone actually, put in a way that she lost her phone at the toilet, and the bus was really driving. So at the time she talked to the bus captain. The bus captain said the bus couldn't turn back already. It was already on the highway. So at the time, the bus captain sang the hymn, the 四季感恩啊，
感恩四季，
感恩四季。He keeps singing and singing, and I was impressed by her because she didn't give up. She just kept singing for a good 10 minutes or so, And then she also played the master's YouTube to sing together. So initially, someone they called her phone, but no one answered. But when they played masters singing together, someone picked up the phone. So then at the time, they made the arrangement to have the phone sent back to Singapore, right? So I thought, wow, that was a miracle in Malaysia. So that gave me the idea and inspiration to use the forward that 四季感恩，感恩四季 whenever I encounter any problems. So there was once I was supposed to have a lesson in the evening about 7 p.m. Then on that day I have a doctor's appointment at SGH with a specialist at 3:30 p.m. So when I arrived early, but when I checked the waiting list, actually 10 people in front of me. So I thought, maybe cannot make it. But I decided to wait a while. Then when it was about 4 o'clock, then I really felt that I have to cancel. But I also felt bad because I don't have any last minute cancellation. So I decided to do the 感恩四季. So I keep singing. Together, then I play the YouTube with master singing for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I keep singing. Then suddenly, my student messaged me, say that, can we cancel the class because it's raining very heavily. So I was safe in a way. Yeah, because it was actually going to a center to teach her. So if I spoke to the center, it wouldn't have been that good. I mean, then the other time, it was a Christmas time. So I gave my students a lot of chocolates to eat, a lot, really. Second round, third round, I keep giving them. Then after that, then I begin to feel worried. What if they fall sick? Then their parents will come and complain. Then the night also ate some chocolates because already the past few days I've been eating from some events. So on the night when I ate, I got some sore throat. Then I got worried about my students. Then I thought of doing the 四季感恩. So I keep singing. then somehow my sore throat became not that bad, it eased the sore throat. So it gave me the assurance that my students will be fine also. So luckily no parent called. Then another time when I was driving, because I will park at the block 34 there, then I'll come over. So when after the master's class on Sunday, sometimes end around 1 plus. So my lesson is at 2 p.m., so I have to rush back, rush back. Then there was a jam at the car park, right? My car was parked at level 3. So it has to come down a few levels. It was jammed there. Because I know previously that that barricade, there was some problems with recognition of the cars, the unit. So there was some delay. So and the time was very near to 2 p.m. So I did the 感恩四句. I keep singing, right? So after about 5-6 minutes, the star started to move already. And then later on, it went all the way down, to the ground floor. So I was very happy. Then I managed to reach my center just in time. Just in time. Because that center, there was once I was late. They actually fined me, Because but not that I was late, because the student changed the time with me without telling the center. So they thought I was late. So it was a misunderstanding. And let me see. I wrote down some points.
Yes. See how Cherise to everyone say record down once we receive the gift from the universe. There's many miracles can happen. Yeah, Hong Tak is our first time sharing in our class. Yes, very grateful. Yeah, continue on that.
Yep. So another time there was I was going to Johor at the causeway. I was going to meet a friend, right, at the appointed time. Then he was telling me that like after try to come like by 5 p.m. By 5 p.m. So at the time there was quite a jam at the causeway. I think it was 4 plus or so. Then I was also checking my GPS, the WAS. Then you say my arrival time will be about 5:15 though. So I thought maybe I might miss him, but I wanted to see him very much. Then I decided to do the 感恩四句, right? So I keep singing. And then suddenly the traffic moved. It moved quite fast. I could move, right? Then I managed to reach there before 5. So I could meet my friend. And yeah. So when I first knew the method, right? The friend who actually spoke to me, she shared a story that her customer was reading a book at the shop. Then it was so interesting that she read it overnight and she applied the method. And because that customer had a case, it was like a legal case, so she applied it. Then it was like about 1 or 2 days, I think one day or so. Then she received a letter that from the legal team that the other person would drop the case. So at the time I heard, wow, so amazing. So at the time I also had some issue, but it's a not a serious case. At the time, I received a SMS on my phone, right? So it said that I actually owe about 700 over from the telco company. That was curious. I was surprised. And then I called them and say, what is it about? They say, oh, actually I used the some telco companies, they'll give like a thumb drive or unit for external usage of the data. So they'll give like a free for a certain amount of data. After that, they got to pay. So I explained to them, I didn't use it. So that time they decided to cut off the the usage of that thumb drive or whatever, right? Then they waive off for that month. So then they were telling me, in order to prove that I did not use it, right, I have to make a police report that I did not use. Then I was thinking lah. I mean, I don't feel good doing that lah, because I um I don't want to harm anyone by them, then maybe they might get fined or whatever lah. So I told them I don't want to do that. And then eventually there was no resolution, and then then I tell them I'll call them again, right? So the next month, again the bill came about 12 plus, because when it happened, it was at the end of the month. So again, I called them to waive off, and it was the same issue when I asked them to waive off everything. I said I have to make a report in order to prove that I did not use. Then at the time I was thinking, who could have used it? Then I checked with my helper. Then she said she used it. It was inside my envelope, and she took it and used it. Then okay, then yeah, she kept saying sorry, things like that. Then never mind. Okay. Then so the third time, that time when I was thinking, I got this method that I could use. That time I just got to know already. I started to try, send love and gratitude, and to repent. So I just tried a little bit. Then I called the tower company again and said, can try the wave off again. They said no, I already waved 2 times already, cannot. Then then I had to check with them. I say, oh yeah, it was my helper who used this and use up the data. Then he said, oh, like that. Then he said, you check with the manager again. So we say check manager. I thought there's another chance to use the love gratitude. So again, I send love gratitude to the whole situation. Then maybe about 7-8 minutes later, he called and he said, oh, good news. He said the manager decided to waive off everything.
Yeah.
So that was quite a lot of money there.
Yeah.
Then and yeah. So what I feel, the workings of a universe actually is very precise. So there was once I was in Malaysia, sometimes when I was there, I would buy tidbits, buy things to eat. So one time I bought a lot of tidbits of a shop. Then my GPS was not working. From the phone, there's no connection, no connection. So I have to wait about 5 minutes, trying to get the connection. Then at the moment when the shop assistant decided to give me more tidbits, because I bought a lot of things, so decided to give some like free stuff, having food to eat. Then at the moment, that split second, my GPS worked again. so and that happened the day after I attended a class. So I felt it was like the universe giving of some blessing.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Some more to share? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes when I do the practice, it's not instant result, not immediate. I can share one that just happened today. My neighbor has trees. The branches are overgrowing into my house and compound. So some of the large branches, they fall down, and the trees actually hanging over the roof. The branches. So we actually in March, I emailed to the management about it, but there's no reply. So actually, I emailed 4 times from March, one month, one time, March, April, May, June. Then there's no reply from them, like no feedback. I even called them, they said they will look into it, things like that. Then I asked my friend also. He said he's familiar with these matters. He said that in these kind of situations, you can only send them a friendly reminder every once in a while, right? So, but I did continue with the practice, like sending love, gratitude to the tree, to the whole situation, once in a while, once in a while. Then today I saw the manager next door, talking to one of the residents at the apartment. Then So I decided to go in and to have a chat with the manager. So what I heard was that, oh, they are looking into cutting the branches, the tree branches. So what happened was that the resident actually wanted it because the tree branches were actually growing into his own unit. So he wanted it. So when I wanted, maybe because, it's not my tree, but right now it is their tree and the resident wanted it. So it turned the table around, right? So the manager was listening to them and say, yeah, he would do it, right? So yeah, but I feel that I have to continue with the sending of love, gratitude until it comes to a complete fruition. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, Hong Tat. See, this is called Miao Miao Gan En. Every minute, every seconds, he receive gifts. Well, last time when we don't learn supervised secret code, we think that the thing is supposed to do, I supposed to receive it. But when we come to supervised secret code, we used to think more clearly, and then we think more gratefully, and we thankful for everything. And even what have new universe give us, we always think about it. Before that, if I don't do this thing, if I'm not in supervised secret code, I don't think we'll reflect it back. We always blame to anyone. So in supervised secret code, miracle can happen. That what Hong Tat do. So especially 感恩四季季 is something miracle can happen. People who driving car, who are drivers, Eileen, we always pray 感恩四季季. Even what Hong Tat mentions, we going on the way to JB. When we start to see jam, we pray 感恩四季季. And especially the petrol is just down to 1/4. My husband used to pray 感恩四季季. Wow, happy. Today got no checking. No officer around there because we start to pray 感恩四季季. And we are late, especially we are late. We are finding car park. You start to pray 感恩四季季, it can have miracle happen. So Master always tell us that don't need to trust him, don't need to believe him. Just do an experiment. It can happen. All right, Eileen?
Yes, that's right. So thank you, Kong Tat, for his sharing.
Yeah.
In fact, it's been months we've been hoping that he can come to the classroom to share. And then I feel that he's really just a very down-to-earth gentleman, right? A very, very down-to-earth gentleman. Actually, you see, when we start to do take stock count, 盘点, when we start to take stock count of our daily activity, then only we start to realize actually we have a lot of gift from the universe. Small things like this, like Hong Tat has shared, maybe for some people, it's just a small thing, or what's there to be a gift? But that shows how deeply appreciative he is, for just a small tweak in life. So this is exactly what, as Rebecca mentioned, what Master always tell us that 我们要做到秒秒感恩. It's not easy, right? Because 感恩真的是在分秒间, and it's not easy. Yeah, so, and these are very, very in detail things that he picked it up, and I think this is very, very something that's very, very it's very inspiring, because sometimes we tend to forget to look at small things. We only look at big things like, oh, salary increase lah, I get this bonus lah, I get a big job lah, but we tend to overlook on very, very small things. But small things are those that actually affecting our quality of life.
Yeah.
Right? It's the small things that sometimes make us very emotionally unstable. We get triggered easily over this kind of thing. Right? So thankful for Hong Tat for your sharing. He's always very humble, very quiet, coming in for class. So now we know why you're always rushing away after the Sunday class, because have to be in time for a 2:00 session. Yeah, so you see, so everybody behind has got their own story. So maybe you already have a gift that you are already receiving since the day you get encounter with supervised secret code, but maybe you don't realize it. So as what we always encourage, as what Amanda has started, by start writing all your journal every day, right? You start with 1 sentence, 2 sentence, 3 sentence, all right? Then slowly and slowly and slowly. So remember, writing journal is not writing your 日记. Today what I eat, today what I do, but maybe today what you eat is something that gives you some reflection. Something that, wow, I have been wanting to eat, but I don't have the chance to eat. Then you reflect on certain things. It's also possible. Doesn't mean that you cannot write what you eat today, but it got to be something that helps you reflect life, that helps you see things in a different perspective. All right, so we have actually 2 videos to share today.
Okay.
Yeah. So when the IT is ready, we're going to share the first video first. All right, just give them a couple of seconds.
每天忙碌的你，是否常常觉得心累，却找不到出口？
压力好大，我好想静一下。
每天跑单，心却越来越空。
Yeah. Look at what this Ellen point on the screen.
生活像例行公事。
You need to click that always recommended.
我只想有个地方能让我安
You
心。
need to close it. Yeah.
不管你是谁，
Esther，你看一下
需要一个
Ellen 这边。
被滋养的时刻。
Yeah, are you able to do the full screen?
每天9月28日，是否常常觉得心累？滋养研究，为你补充爱与能量。
Yeah. Okay, let's start from the start,
这是
from the
一场
beginning
为
again.
每一个人准备的课。每天忙碌的你，是否常常觉得心累，却找不到出口？
压力好大，我好想静一下。
每天跑单，心却越来越空。
我像例行公事，少了热情。
我只想有个地方能让我安心。
不管你是谁，身心灵都需要一个被滋养的时刻。 9月28日，身心灵滋养研究，为你补充爱与能量。这是一场为每一个人准备的课程，让身安、心定、灵亮，给自己一个机会，让生命重新充电。9月28日，我们等你。
Do you see yourself in any of the familiar scene over there? Are you one that's always facing the computer, losing your passion for job? Are you one that's always on the road, losing your direction? So in fact, Master always remind us, right, that life circumstances are often predetermined, and kindness with a pure heart is the key to protecting ourselves and transforming our fate. So by maintaining a positive mindset and practicing self-cultivation, we can find happiness and strength amidst life uncertainties. So that's why it's very important that we need to have our body, mind, and soul aligned. Because it's only when our body, mind, and soul align, then we're able to have a very composed heart. And that's where we be able to see things in a better perspective, with a clearer picture of what's ahead of us. And then we are able to apply what we learn in Super Life Secret Code. And that's how we can actually overcome challenges in life. All right, so we have one more to show is how we resonate with the music.
每一个生命都蕴藏着与生俱来的奇迹密码。超马音乐不仅是一段旋律，当爱与感恩之光流进我们的身心灵，内在记忆便会开始苏醒。如同 DNA 般的生命和谐程式，启动更新的力量。黄金旅程，永不匮乏的爱。每一首超马音乐，都承载着爱的频率，引领我们走向喜悦与圆满。在这些歌声中，你不只是聆听，而是在与天地共振。忧愁、压力、伤痛，在音符中逐渐淡化，取而代之的是内在的平静、希望与力量。这就是超马音乐的奥秘，
它传递爱的能量，让灵魂再次闪耀，让生命更趋完整与和谐。当音符轻轻滋润每一寸细胞时，细胞仿佛像是一颗种子，充满无限的生命与活力，不断的开花与结果。借由细胞不断的传递能量，让我们的人生从里到外都能趋向完美与和谐。音乐带来的共振，不只是心灵的安抚，更是灵魂的觉醒。当我们随着导师的音符共鸣，我们正在谱写新的生命篇章。每一次聆听，都是一次自我更新；每一首乐曲，都是一段爱与奇迹的旅程；每一个音符，都是一滴滋养生命的甘露，让正向的力量渗透生活的每一个瞬间。天元文化邀请您，让我们携手一起，借由超马音乐来调整你我的身心能量，让音符成为您改变生命的关键，把这份佳音遍传世界，用旋律来改变我们的地球，让我们一起走向更光明、更美好的未来。幸福不是等待，而是选择。现在就踏入超马音乐的光与爱，报名928身心灵滋养研究，为自己开启健康、圆满与喜悦的新篇章。9月28日，我们不见不散。
幸福不是等待，而是的选择。Indeed, right? It's really is our choice. We cannot be sitting here every day crying out loud, I can't find a job, I can't find a job, I can't find a job. Whether did you step up to find a job, right? So we need to go and fight for these blessings that the universe is actually ready to give to us. So in fact, we are all very, very touched on one of the volunteers meeting, which last Friday, where we heard Master announcing that he is coming to Malaysia, right? The moment when I heard he's coming to Malaysia, I cried. I cried not because I'm touched. I cried because I feel so painful for him. Because we are not doing enough. We are not doing enough to fill up the whole Axiata Arena. We're not sharing enough. But yet, Master stay to his commitment that once you find a venue, I will come. But of course, we are hoping that we can fill the whole Axiata Arena with more people. And for those who have attended the volunteers meeting, you have heard him say, right? He rather, when he walked in the aisle, he alone disappointed. He rather he have that rather than he disappoint all of us who have already made our decision to be there to meet him. So opportunity is in our hand. Okay, there's still a lot of time. We still can make a decision if we are not able to join for this journey yet. If you can, let us know. Okay, if you have any problem, let us know. We will see what we can do to help you to be there. All right, and of course, if you have at this moment, think of any friends. Wow, maybe this person need to see Master. Maybe this person need to be resonated with our Tian Yuan music. Maybe this person need to have more alignment. So if you have anybody that crossed your mind while you're looking at the video just now, give it a shot. Give the person a call tomorrow and say that, hey, why don't you join me to this journey to Malaysia to see how this system can actually have already helped me and see how this system can actually help you. All right, so we don't try, we will know, right? That's like Amanda. If she don't try giving books, she won't know actually giving books can be a joy. So every one of us have this fear, right? Even like us as hosts, we may be holding the mic talking a lot, but we also have our fear. Because everybody has got this small fear in us. There's still something that we don't want to step up to do it. Okay, so it's the whole thing lies on ourselves. It's our choice. If we want to do it, nobody can stop us. But if you don't want to do it, nobody can stop you too. So everything is start from self-help, people's help, universe help. All right, Rebecca?
Yes, so we are actually starting to having a meeting on this coming Saturday for people who are going by coach, because there is some change of the schedule. Because Master will be having a golden Gongxiu. It's a global class, but it's actually on Saturday. We start at 2:30 to 5 p.m. So everybody will have going by coach will be take off earlier as about 6 to 6:30. So take note for the updating of and the meeting. Everyone will be in class for the meeting on Saturday. Those who cannot make it for a meeting, let Rebecca know. I will update on the group chat. And then we will see everyone there. Remember, those who friends what Eileen says, invite them to come along because we can actually help them on these events. Then we can help more people. So what Hontat do, we are doing more sharing. We are doing more 法布施. So people who are actually help out for some financials to 结缘票, also welcome for people who are first time there and then they have financial problem. We will come out to give them a help. All right, Eileen. So we will continue class on next Thursday. If there's any change, we'll update everyone. And then Rebecca will be leaving on a Friday by coach, and I'll be coming back on Monday. So on Monday, we also our online class will be paused for 1 week. That particular Monday night, our 星期研先修班. So invites people who cannot join the class here and join them on the join us on the 星期研先修班 on Zoom. And don't forget, we have classes tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, our master class. All right. Thank you, everyone. Gratitude our Master Ted Son and gratitude everyone here. Thank you, Eileen.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. My gratefulness to Master Ted Son, gratitude to the universe, and gratitude to Almighty Son. So from this week onwards, there's no need for us to scan the QR code to do the survey anymore. Yes, so there was the latest announcement by the head office. But thank you all for who has been giving us your honest feedback. And thank you for giving us a chance to always upgrading ourselves. But then, of course, if there's any feedback that you have, do come to us, come to Rebecca or myself, and do let us know if there's anything that you'd like us to include in some sharing for the next session. All right, so we're going to get together for our group photo taking, and we will see you next